So for the second mission, mission 02 is the oil platform. We're first going to talk about how do we set this mission up? How do we set this model up? So we've talked about the innovation project. Let's talk about the oil platform. So on the oil platform is where we're going to have to put our 3 fuel units. So to set this up for the match, we're just going to drop the 3 fuel units into the hopper. Then we're going to take the truck, lay it over these lines, these 2 bar pieces sticking out, and then the ramp piece here is going to actually rest on top of the hitch for the truck. And if I move the camera, you should be able to see that it's resting there. Okay. But that is all that it takes to set up the oil platform. So we call that ramp piece the slide. We call the truck the fuel truck. And the part where the fuel was deposited is called the hopper. So that is the setup. And we'll switch over to the iPad so we can see what that looks like. And turn off the tripod for a minute. So when we talk about the oil platform and setting it up, that is this section right here, and it is directly referencing mission 2. Just like when we did the first part of home referenced mission 1. So now that we've seen how to set up this mission, let's see how we would actually score for this mission. So we did mission 1, we are now on mission 2, which is the oil platform. So we get a little bit of detail, so there's some flavor text here that talks about kind of what this mission represents and why we're doing it. And this is how we get in some points. So we can get points if a fuel unit is added to the truck. And if you remember, there were 3 fuel units. We get 5 points for each of those. So we can get 15 points for the fuel units being in the truck. And we can get a bonus if we have at least one of those in the truck and the truck has left. And so it has to be partly over the fueling station. And looking on the board, we got to find where the fueling station is. So I'm going to switch back over to the camera so we can find the fueling station. So if I turn the camera around and round, the fueling station is all the way over here on the north side between the hybrid car and the windmill. Or the wind turbine, I should say. So that's kind of where we're trying to get to. So for over here, though, again, you have to have fuel units in the truck for that to count. So to get fuel units in the truck, we take this bar over here and we raise it up. 1, we'll get 1, 2, we'll get 2, and 3, we'll get 3. So that is how you can get the fuel units in the truck. You just raise that bar 1 time for each unit. And then you take your fuel truck and you can get it across the field using your robot. Remember, you can't push it by hand. And we want it to get all the way across the field over partly into that area. So we're going to move the camera again just so we can get a good overview here. That should be a little better. Let me readjust my cable. There we go. And we can get a good overview. So I have my truck here. And now the truck is partly in there. Obviously, it can't be all the way in there because it is larger than the space. But it would be in there if it had just 1 fuel unit. So right now there are no fuel units in there. I've got all 3 in my hand. And so it would not earn any points. As you can see, my table is a little angled, so things are going to roll. At competition, the table should be flat. But I can put 1 fuel unit in there, and that would earn me the bonus. But 1 or 2 or 3 would get you points there. So again, looking back at the rule, to earn points, we say that we get 5 points for each fuel unit in the truck and 10 bonus points if the fuel truck is partly over the fueling station. And if you notice in this third picture, it actually shows that having the hitch over is sufficient. So with all these conditions, you can earn up to 25 points for this mission. So that's mission 2, the oil platform.